And very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on this new video on Ashen. Today I am gonna tell you a couple of things you may not know. 10 things you may not know on Ashen. 10 small little details that I found in these 2 days I've been playing the game. Some of them you may know, some of them you may don't know. And also, if you know something that is not featured in this list, please feel free to comment down below so I can, share the knowledge on the next video. But enough, let's begin. Woohoo! Alright, I have to be honest, I was trying to writing a script for make this video something that I could read to help me, telling you things. But then I realized that I'm not good in writing scripts. Instead, I'm gonna tell you things as they come to my brain. First tip I want to give you is very basic, but since I did this mistake in the first place, well, I'm gonna mention it anyway. All right, like when the game begins, don't be like me. just open the menu. Go on your settings, controls, and rebind inputs. In this way, you can check what every single button of the keyboard does for you. Because I didn't, and I was in this situation. Yeah, now we have the blank shields, but we don't know how to block. You may have noticed, like, wandering around, that there's always somebody with you. And, like, although this is kind of nice that you're always fighting like with somebody alongside you, that makes the game a little bit easier. And some people don't like it. Some people want to have like that very difficult hardcore experience. Don't worry, we have the fix for this. Go on your system, multiplayer, and as you can see, this option here lets you disable the IE companion. So when you tick it, your companion will disappear. And it won't show up to help you unless you re-able the option. Also, I'll take this chance to mention that if you want to play with a friends, use the multiplayer filter, set your password, and here you go. You can play with some of your friends. Also remember that if you do play with some of your friends, they will always join you as one of your NPCs. You will never be able to see their character. Just one of your NPC that acts in a very weird way. Woohoo! Next one! You know what this number here on the screen right under your stamina bar is? These are souls. Like, in this game they have a name that I'm not gonna try to pronounce because I will wrong it, but these are souls. So a good way to have a good amount of souls, or like to farm a good amount of souls if you prefer, at the very beginning of the game is to kill a very specific enemy over and over again. You see, the first time you enter the Eye of the Needle, the region, the second region after Vagrant Rest, you're gonna encounter this guy. Now, like, this is a very tough enemy if you're fighting him alone, and he does a lot of damage. So make sure you bring on a companion to help him defeat it. And even with that, just be super careful because it does a ton of damage. Best thing you can do is to go and unlock the stone right after him in this like small village with these like guys here. And then you go back to him, you kill him. Once you kill him, you get around 280, 300 souls per kill. And then once you killed him, go back to the stone, rest at the stone, and then you can come back and kill it again. And in this way you can farm pretty quickly because you just need to kill it, which will take you like 30-40 seconds at the best with your companion. And then you just go back to the stone, rest, and kill it again. Easy. Now I want to talk about talismans. Now, after you do the first main quest, you will talk to Amara, and you will be able, for the first time, to craft talismans. These are different, and each one of them gives you a unique bonus. You unlock them by completing side quests for the NPCs in your town, and once you equip them, then they will grant you their perk. Just be careful, if you unequip one of them, you will have to pay the cost once again, and each one of them it costs 1000. So careful. They go in these 4 slots, so you can have only 4 of them active at the same time. And the central talisman is a relic, and it gives you more unique abilities. You can see that I now have 2 available, Ukoto's Guile and Hearts. Hearts is the basic one that you have at the beginning of the game, and Ukoto is the one that you get after you defeat the first boss. Now this costs 10,000 souls, so it's very expensive. If you want to use it, a good way is to use the farming method that I, showed you before. I will probably get this on my next playing through video, so if you're interested in see what it exactly does, just don't miss the video. I'm absolutely not at all trying to, ask you to watch more videos. No. Interesting thing, let's say that you used a couple of your healing potions and then you go back to your stone. You don't have to sit at the stone to regain them. As soon as you go in range, the stone will automatically refill your potion, your flask. And if you don't sit at the stone, the enemy won't respawn. So if you run out of potion while exploring, you can always go back to one of the stones and refill them without making the enemies respawn, which can be useful. But in general, I do prefer to make the enemies respawn because, hey, I like to fight and I get more souls. Good, let's talk about combat now. More specifically, the dodge system. Now, for what I've seen in this game, dodging is very easy and is very safe. Usually you prefer to dodge into enemy's attack because your dodge has a lot of invincibility frames, so while you're dodging you're pretty safe, and it's better to dodge rather than block in general, overall. There are 2 types of dodge. You can roll to avoid an enemy's attacks, or when you are locked on enemies, you do quick step. Important side note, if during fights you quick step twice in a row, you will roll. And that's a very useful touch. Like, it prevents you to, quick step infinitely like in Bloodborne. Also, very interesting is that if you are locked on an enemy and you press the dodge button without inputting any direction, you will backstep. Now this is interesting because if you keep pressing the dodge button without inputting any direction, you will backstep until you have stamina to do so. And this can be very useful to, retreat quickly while in a bad situation. In this game, there are 2 main types of weapon. You have clubs or a hammer, and you do have axes. Now the difference between those 2 is that the first, they usually have a higher raw damage, but they cannot score a critical. The chance to crit with them is 0%. While axes, on the other hand, they do have a lower raw damage in general, but they have a crit chance. And considering the fact that you can upgrade the weapon at the blacksmith, surely the clubs are a good idea at the beginning of the game. But I do feel that in the end game, what is gonna make the difference is the crit chance on the axes, because high level axe can potentially have a higher crit chance and therefore deal a lot more damage than a regular club with, I don't know, a lot of damage but 0 crit chance at high levels. You can see criticals while fighting, because when you hit one of your enemies, there will be like a blue spark. In that moment, you will see that you deal a lot more damage. That's a critical. Also, on my final suggestion for you is never upset the blacksmith, because yes, he has only 1 arm, but he's 3 times taller than you and twice as large. So make sure you're always friendly and nice with this guy. And that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you did, leave a like down below if you enjoyed and if this video was helpful, and subscribe for more because they are coming. But for now, thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll see you all in the next video. Feel the rainbow! Oh, no.